Hello and welcome back to Super Mario Odyssey with me, Matthew Caddis, aka Poogie. So today we will finish off our business in the Moon Kingdom and head to the dark side of the moon. Oh yes, we are going to potentially not the only rush in the game, but this is a somewhat boss rush against the Broodals. I'll go over that a little later. For now, I am just going to tackle this one last moon pipe that is located near to where we get the that bunny there, and my footage apparently stopped, which is not great, but it is located at the top of this wall jumping area. Okay, then we're back. So, what we will have to deal with here are these tilting platforms, yes, and also these annoying octopi who, like the mollusk lancer, will shoot the giant cock at Mario. Okay, that's enough of my bad franglais. Instead, what I want to do is make my way over these tilting platforms. And timing is everything here. So yeah. Also, the moon's gravity is or lack of, should I say, gravity, is a thing here. So yeah, timing. You probably want to tilt the camera like this above Mario's head, because at least with those two. Then at this point, we will have to deal with the tilting platforms being, I guess, vertical. So that isn't good. And another octopus there. I'm not good at jumping between it and dealing with those things there. Seriously. I'd rather take the hit than, well, do the other thing and fall off. So yeah, I suppose I could have got a life up heart from the Crazy Cap shop, but I didn't bother. I will be needing one for the next challenge, however, as I say, in the dark side of the moon. So now I want to time my jumps carefully here. As soon as they go down, I want to go the other way. So yes, and the only way across to the platform there is to bounce off of Mr. Octopus there. And there is the Power Moon. So yeah, navigating giant swings. There is a second Power Moon that I'm not sure if I tackled or not, but navigating the swings are bad enough. Or is bad enough, should I say. There's also a kingdom coin there that I missed. So shall I get that? I say so, definitely. And then we can go either back down there, although having said that, nah, maybe not. I will, however, try at least the Koopa Trace walking Master Cup to see how that goes. Because unlike with the, dare I say, the foot race with the roving racers, I can at least think I can try to do that. I did actually try to do the Master Cup, and that Golden Koopa kept beating me, so I just gave up on that. So yeah, sorry, I'm not a completionist. I am not getting all 900, is it 900? Maybe it's 999 Power Moons. So yeah, this one is even bigger, seriously. So let's see how well I did. Right off there, I should have gone with a greater arc there. 64 points. I think you have to score 90 points. Let's see, what does he say? Okay, he hasn't said anything. I should have really read... Okay, yes, it is 90 points. So, yeah. So, we have to go even greater on the ridge. And please note that the arrows do disappear more quickly on the Master Cup mode. So, yeah. I was right out there, seriously. I did a little better than 64 points, but still not great. But, yeah, I find this more relaxing than to be honest, the Koopa Trace walking than the racing, because of that annoying Golden Koopa with his shiny shell. Seriously. And that said, yeah, that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Okay, let's see how I did here. 78, okay. Well, I didn't get it right, so I'm just going to skip ahead to where I fought the Broodals on the thing, because I don't want to repeat myself, do I? Okay, so, the dark side of the moon. As I say, this is probably one of the last areas where we can get multiple power moons in the game. Because the even darker side of the moon only has one, and I'll get to that when I decide to, that is. So, the dark side of the moon, and this here is Rabbit Ridge. And this is where, seemingly, the Broodals live. Seriously, it is a reference, apparently, to an old Japanese folktale that mentions that rabbits actually live on the moon. Make of that what you will, but yeah, that's where it comes from. So yeah, no longer is the moon made of cheese, apparently, it's made of vegetables? Yep, apparently, well, rabbits are herbivores, so that does make some sense. Though it's not carrots, which is also very confusing. Anyway, this is where we're headed, to Rabbit Ridge. That gigantic carrot-like structure there. Okay, there is something that looks like a carrot then. Okay then. And this is where we will reface all of the Broodals. And yes, without any checkpoints. If you die against the Broodals, here, what will happen is that you will have to start again. So, first up is Topper, of course. So, Topper, of course, is in, has his multiple hats this time. Firstly, he starts off with 3, and then you can easily ground pound him. You can knock the hats off with Cappy, and when you hit him first time, you can also knock back his hats as well with Cappy. And that isn't all. Once he's done his where am I inside my hats, what will happen is that Topper will now start doing some breakdancing once again. The more hats he has, the further his reach can be. Once you have knocked all his hats off him, he will start running around this time, so yeah. You can either jump on him, or with a well-timed ground pound, you can do some damage to him that way. So yeah, and knocking back his hats with Cappy does help, because it speeds up the battle quite a bit. The last phase of the fight is easily the hardest, however, because I find myself easily getting hit by Topper's hat here, seriously. So much so I want to throw Cappy outside of the range. Again, you can do it while he is breakdancing and spinning around on the spot. So yeah, that does help. So long as you keep Cappy in one place. That's the best strategy I have anyway against Topper here. So yeah, eventually he will get dizzy and tire himself out for a few seconds, I guess. I managed to get in the thing. You could also stun him with Cappy as well. Anyway, Topper's down. Let's see, we have Spewart and Rango. So 3 more to go. I'm only going to show up to Spewart because of how the fight actually turned out with Spewart. So yeah, I am only showing my best runs on each of the Broodals, which is probably why you see me with so much HP. And when I take on Spewart, I will actually only have 3 health rather than 5, as you see here, because of the inconsistencies. But I wanted to keep my best runs on the Broodals as much as I could anyway. But anyway, next up is Harriet, and she, like before, flings her maces all over the place. You need to keep moving in order to avoid her fiery bombs, just like before. So yeah, and also you want to jump over her thing when she brings out her big maces. Then you want to go as quickly as possible over to them and fling Cappy at them before they explode. And then she'll start running around after that when she gets hit by that. Again, like with Topper, you can stun her with Cappy. And then she will hover around the arena with her, I guess, space helmet. Yeah, seriously, she moves a lot quicker than she did before when we faced her, I believe, in the... never mind. But anyway, it was in the Sand Kingdom, that's it. And also the, I guess, Bowser's Kingdom as well. And that isn't all we'll have to deal with the Broodals as well, because there is a rematch with the Mecha Brood as well. Anyway, that being said, hit her with the thing there, and then stun her. She starts panicking, ground pounder, you get the gist. Yeah, if anything, I found Harriet a bit easier than Topper. because I knew her attack pattern a bit more than I did with Topper's rather newish attack pattern. He isn't the only Broodal who has a new attack pattern. Oh no. We'll get to spew it very soon. But, that being said, yeah. And I want to jump over the fires. Again, she does throw a fair few more bombs on the second phase. So, yeah. And, indeed, let's see. Yep, there we go. Stunning her does work. And, yep, she's down. So, yeah. As I say... And yes, I did need the thing here because, to be honest, I cannot do this with 3 health. I am not that sort of gamer. Seriously, I'm more of a casual gamer. If you haven't already guessed from my Let's Plays. But that being said, we are now going to go up here to face Spewit. Of course, Spewit. He is the 3rd member of the Broodals, and his attacks are largely the same, actually. Okay, so, let's face Spewit. And indeed, yeah. So, yeah. Indeed, it only shows the Broodals you have already defeated, if you can't tell. So, yeah. Anyway, Spewit. Like before, he spews poison all over the place. His area of attack is much bigger. What you can do is actually jump on his head. You probably want to make your way almost immediately to the middle of the arena. Like before, he spews poison after he gets hit. After each hit, he takes 3 hits to defeat. So yeah, you can easily get rid of your poison, or his poison with Cappy. And immediately after he does that, you can easily knock his hat off him. Seriously. That is a good trick to use because, yeah. Dispersing the poison around him is the first. The second one is to hit him immediately after he lands. So, yeah. Seriously. If anything, I think Spewit was the easiest of the Broodals for me to take down. Anyway, that being said, there's only one left before we can get our first actual Power Moon. Yes, we can get a Power Moon before we defeat the Broodals. However, it is the only one we can get before defeating the Broodals. Confused? I was as well, because I am doing this blind. So, indeed, we will go up Rabbit Ridge, and on the next episode, we will face, well, Rango. And he's one who's had quite the change of attack movements, shall we say. So, until then, I will see you later. Goodbye!